G'day guys, welcome to this week's episode of Simply Fit and my wrap up of Season A bodybuilding competitions with the team. So we've finished the season for now. Braden, Vicky and Brian all competed for Simply Fit between the 16th of April and the 23rd of April in those weeks. So we're just about a week past that now, and I thought now is a good time, everything's quietened down a little bit, to do the wrap up. So we'll start off with Adelaide, the Elite Natural Physique competition. So we all travelled up there, and I spent a lot of time with Vicky. Braden had his family, and because he's competed before, he knows how to do his tan and get himself prepared. So I went and stayed in an Airbnb with Vicky and Everin, and we went through everything the day before we travelled up on the Saturday. Spent the Saturday tanning, posing, just making sure the depletion went off without a hitch. And come Sunday morning for the comp, we're ready to go. I'll go through the outcomes first, and then I'll go backwards about things we changed. So went through the comp. I've got the outcomes here. So it was a really good competitive lineup. In the Elite Natural Physique, Braden got first place in novice bodybuilding, and he got third in the under 70s bodybuilding. So it was a real good lineup. A bloke called Pete Mander and a guy called Seamus Percival all competed. Both very complete bodybuilders, very dense muscle, great condition, and they're good blokes. I've met them a few times, and well, Seamus was the first time I met him, but I've met Pete a few times, and just always fun to be around like-minded people. So Braden smashed it. We met up at the place a little bit earlier and just went over everything. While Vicky was doing her hair and makeup, I got a good room in the back, and obviously with the B-roll you see some photos. But yeah, Braden went really well. His condition was the best condition he's achieved to date. He was a couple of kilograms heavier than last year. His posing's improved, his stage presence improved, and it's just now moving forward on, I believe he'll take Season B off, try to bulk and get a bit more upper body size, and then come back again Season A or Season B next year. So he's doing really well. He's just easy to train, to coach, to progress forward. He just listens, he absorbs, and he just keeps moving one day at a time. So he's got that mentality you need in bodybuilding of just, it doesn't happen overnight. You've got to chip away at it, and eventually you'll get to where you want to go. Vicky got second in the over 50s, third in the open and third in novice. So for female figure, that's the pinnacle of female bodybuilding in Australia. So it starts off bikini, then it will go fitness, then figure. And there's usually a platform or a stepping stone between each of them. And yeah, Vicky's got a lot of muscle over years of training and being a natural athlete, so she's straight into figure. And she got those really good placings. The other girls she's against are seasoned athletes. They've competed a number of times, and just more stage presence. And you know, once you've done it a few times, you can get leaner quicker and whatnot. But we were really happy with the day for Vicky. It was just real fun. E&P put on an awesome show, and it's just fun to be there. They include everybody. You know, I can go between backstage, out in the crowd and film, go back through a side door. Like, they're very good like that, and I really respect Terry and all the crew there for the show they put on, and how welcome they make all of us feel. And it's just like you've known them when they've never met a few other guys, and when we're all there, they chat to us like they've known them, you know, their whole life. So really happy with E&P. So then Victoria, Braden didn't compete in Victoria. Brian, one of my online only clients, competed, and I'll start with Brian. He absolutely smashed it. So he's 59 years old. He looked awesome, the best condition he's ever been in. We really worked on his legs the last few weeks. So Brian does his own training, and I just took over and said, could I do a little bit of training my style for the last few weeks, just to get some more separation through his legs, and in conjunction with the nutrition, the water protocol, things that we do to make your legs drier, it all worked out really well. So Brian, like, absolutely destroyed it. He won the over 50s, and the thing is, he was against a bloke who was in the over 40s as well, and he definitely beat him. So you got someone who's more than 10 years younger than you, which he had a great physique too, but Brian was just that much crisper, looked awesome on stage. And arguably, top 3 or 4 of the whole lineup. The rest of the lineup had, I think, about 8 other blokes in it. All of them were under 22 years old. Brian, if you're looking at them all together, which is some B footage I'll put in as well, Brian arguably is top 2 or 3 in that lineup. So awesome achievement. Again, top bloke to work with. Moving forward, we're going to stay in contact, and I'll just go through some stuff in the off season. Obviously, like-minded people, you need to stay in contact, and we get on really well, so that's exciting. And then Vicky got 3rd in the Open and 3rd in Novice. The girls she were against were awesome. So the girl who won it got a pro card for A and B. Her physique was fantastic. I'd say the other girls that were in their late 20s, like mid to late 20s, one of them that won it, and in late 20s to early 30s. So you're looking at Vicky 59 and you got people 30 years younger than her. So again, Vicky looked like she belonged there. Her posing was much more polished in that second competition. Just the stage, when you're a bit nervous on stage, that was gone, in my opinion. Her routine, awesome. She smashed it both times. She looks really natural on stage. She's got a fantastic frame for figure, and being her first full diet ever for 20 weeks, her condition was unbelievable. Moving forward into season B, she's going to continue. Watch the difference between this comp and her next comp. It's going to be 30% better, guaranteed. Just her body's going to get more tight, skin's going to get tighter, that stubborn bit of body fat's going to peel off now, her posing's going to become better, stage presence, her confidence, everything's going to increase. So yeah, awesome couple of days. A and B put on a really good show. It was really competitive with really good athletes. But I thought I'd just go back, and particularly with Vicky, when we had those 2 comps within 2 weeks, she's the only person I had doing those 2 comps together. So we really had to play with the peak week strategy. So basically with a peak week, it's not as scary as what it sounds. A lot of people do stupid things in that final week. People who take drugs will do all sorts of drugs to try to get rid of that last bit of subcutaneous water, get the muscle full. They'll muck around with diuretics. Because they're already putting a lot of crap in their body, they'll continue to put in more and more compounds. And if you're not very, very aware of how the human body works, you will stuff that up. Where it's a common knowledge, if you're looking good a week out from a comp, why change too much to the comp day? So people stuff it up all the time. I see it absolutely every comp. People look awesome 3 weeks out. Comp day look like a bag of shit. So, and it's all because of compounds they're putting in their body. They're trying to get that magic pill, and they're not doing the hard work and actually understanding how the human body works. So that being said, with all of the people competing here being natural bodybuilders and figure athletes in natural organisations, we have to do things as cleanly as we can and understand very precisely how the body works. So it's different for everybody. As an example, the first comp, Vicky, I had her drinking the water protocol, which I've gone through in the past, but basically you water load and then you drop it for the comp. We did that, and she dropped the water on the Friday to 4 litres. So she was having about 8 litres a day, a few days before. On the Friday, she had 4 litres. On the Saturday, we stayed to 1 litre. Had some dandelion tea, like 1 cup of it, a glass of red wine before bed. I was sleeping in a room near the toilet, and I didn't hear her go to the toilet all night. So you want people to be going to the toilet all the time and just weeing out all the water, and just that's what the osmotic effect you're trying to induce into the body. So that first comp, she woke up on the Saturday morning, nerves, cortisol, whatever. She just felt a little bit bloated in the stomach and just felt just a bit bloated overall. So she looked good. The tan was fine. We did everything like that, but she just didn't feel right in herself. And everyone knows when you feel good, you're going to look good. So she knew something was a little bit off. We did the comp. She looked fantastic. But I'm thinking all the time, what was it that made her feel bloated? Does she need more water? So I took the gamble, and I'm like, this next week coming into the next comp, we got 7 days. I'm going to load her full of water again, and we'll see what happens. So the other side to that coin is carb manipulation, like having carbohydrates. So leading into the first comp, we have a low carb few days, and then we increase carbs leading into the comp, and hopefully the carb increase, water decrease, your final level. get your body that as good as it can be. What we did Sunday night after the comp in Adelaide, we relaxed. We got a nice meal on the way back. Vicky loves chicken wings, so she smashed some chicken wings and some jalapeno poppers, and that was it really, I think. Monday, she likes those faux, I'm going to get the name wrong, but they're like an Asian roll with like lamb or something. I don't really know. They're just like a roll you can get from an Asian shop. You can eat it. So obviously eat it. But she got that. She loves them. And then I've got her on 0 carbs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we depleted her carbs down to nothing. On Friday, we started the carb up. And it's just, again, about 100 grams of cream of rice, or around about 100 grams of, white rice, or about 60 grams of cream of rice every 3 hours or so. We're just posing in between. What we did differently is kept the water stable the whole week. So we had about 5 litres of water each day. We didn't reduce that at all. Get to Friday, we had 5 litres. On Saturday, when we would have reduced the water to 1 litre, I took the gamble and thought her body needs more water to keep it flushing through and keep herself dry in the morning. So every morning she woke up leading up to that, she's feeling great, her stomach's flat, she looked good. So I'm like, why would we stop the water now? All we did, we slightly reduced the sodium, kept the water at 4 litres or so on the Saturday. But on the Saturday, we had, I think, about 3 or 4 big cups of dandelion tea, which it creates a diuretic effect. She had 3 or 4 of them in the afternoon into night time, and I heard her go in the toilet all night, which is a really good sign. Got up the next morning at about 5:30 in the morning, stomach was flat, she felt awesome, looked awesome. Just, again, it's that next level of understanding of the body. So that, I think we really nailed her peak the second time. So moving forward, we'll keep the water up to Vicky. She needs more water. I need more water myself, I know that. So same as Vicky, I keep my water high for my comps. Other people that I'm prepping for the first time, we'll do some trials in this next 20 weeks or so for Season B. We're 20 weeks away now from Season B, so I'll do a separate video of the team, what we're going to do. But basically, we do a few trial peak weeks to see how people actually hold water and carbohydrates. It's not really as precise as what you think because we've all got body fat. So you can't see the changes as dramatically as when you're super lean, but it'll get me an indication of where everybody is. So I need more water in the comp. Vicky needs more water. We'll see what the other guys are doing, but I'll go through that obviously as we in another video of the team and what we're doing. But yeah, awesome few weeks. Had 3 weekends away, including just a weekend with the family. Went to visit some friends, and now I'm back and ready to go. 20 weeks out from the first comp. My prep started. Everyone else has started, so it's time to get lean again. Hold a bit more size, hopefully. And like I said, doing a new video on that shortly. And until next time, guys, don't forget, subscribe the video. Leave me comments. If you've got questions about all this stuff I'm talking about, if it's not making sense, give me a message or a comment. I'll reply to you. I enjoy speaking about this. If you've got ideas that you think may help us, can you let me know? And obviously everyone's got different opinions on things that work and things that don't work. I'd love to hear people's opinions on peak week strategies or you know, what you found that's worked or what hasn't, or any other things that you might find relevant to the discussion. Let me know. But until next time, keep flexing.